I've never really thought that I've had what you'd call a posse until I got to college.
If you thought crazy stuff only happened to me when my family was around, you'd be sorely mistaken. I've always been a magnet for crazy, especially during the school years.
Now, when you go to college, you do orientation. And orientation is like a couple days where you go and they put you in with a bunch of other people who are going to be freshmen, and they give you like the lay of the land, and they explain things that you need to know while you're on campus, and yada yada. And you're usually split into orientation groups, and each group has a leader, and then there's a bunch of kids. And for me, when I was with my orientation group, there was like 5, 6 people in the group that I got to be really good friends with, and some of them I'm still friends with to this day, but other people just kind of faded into the ether. But I mean, that's sure of everything. But that's not everyone who comes into your life is going to stay there forever. There were, out of the 5 or 6 people that were in my orientation group, 2 of them I hung out with pretty much all the time when I was a freshman, just all the time. And then 2 of the others I hung out with occasionally, and like I think I only saw my roommate my orientation group roommate. I think I only saw him once while I was on campus the entire 4 years I was there. Like he got to school and he was like, oh, poof, and just disappeared. He was gone. I did not see him at all. But I spent a lot of time with 2 or 3 of the people from my orientation group. A couple of the people from my high school, both Magnet and my other high school, went to New Paltz as well. So I would see them occasionally. And you know how when you're good friends with someone, you insult them? I've always heard the phrase, like, the rage in the room was palpable. But I didn't know that was, like, I thought it was just someone was saying it, like, to emphasize a point. I never really realized that, sorry, it was bothering me that the words on my shirt were not straight because I'm OCD, and that just, like, oh, that ruined my story. But anyway, I had always heard, like, the phrase, the rage was palpable, like, taste it in the air. But I always figured that was just embellishment on the story. I didn't know this was a thing that could actually happen. And more than just taste it, you can feel it in you. So a couple of kids from my high school that I had known also went to my college. So I would see them every once in a while. You know, when you're kind of good friends with people, especially with boys, when they say hello to you, you like throw an insult towards the other person. Like that's just how you interact with one another. There's no real malicious intent behind it. You just kind of do it. It's just a thing that happened. So the 2 girls in my orientation group that I hung out with all the time, they were awesome. They are awesome. They're still awesome. I haven't spoken to one of them in a long time, but I'm pretty sure they're still both awesome. And they were behind me when my classmate came up to say hello to me, and he started throwing insults and what have you. And they were a couple steps behind me, and all of a sudden, just like the temperature in the air fucking rose. It was just, there's only been 2 or 3 occasions in my life where I've been around someone who was so, like, had such a focused beam of anger and rage that they raised the temperature around them. You could actually feel how angry my 2 friends from my orientation group were. But at the time, it was the first time I had experienced that, so I was like, and the temperature rose around me, and I was like, whoa, what the heck was that? That was weird. And I turn around, and the 2 of them are just fucking staring daggers through me at the classmate who is insulting me. And I never really experienced something like that. To have like 2 people who are so like happy to be in your company and what have you, that they're just furiously angry with other people who treat you like shit. And like growing up, I'm sure if I had that would have helped me a lot, but I did not. And also seeing that death stare and feeling the temperature rise, I'm pretty sure that's what having a posse feels like. Like that's the confidence you get, that other people that are with you will kill people who are not with you for even the most minor of transgressions. It was just words, yo. It wasn't like my classmate was beating me up. Now, one of these orientation group members, the one that I still talk to every once in a while, not as often as I used to, but she had a Bulbasaur plushie in her room. Wait, I have a Bulbasaur plushie too, but it's not the same as her. I have a Bulbasaur plushie. I always pick Bulbasaur in the games whenever possible. He was definitely my favorite starter, but he's kind of dirty. Sorry. What do you want? You've been on my shelf for years. This is one of those cool Pokemon plushies. There used to be Pokemon plushies that had open insides and they were filled with candy, and oh my god, the candy was so good. But anyway, she had a Bulbasaur plushie way bigger than this. Like, I'm talking like not life size, obviously, but it was huge. And one of the things I used to do with it when I would go visit her in her room is I would take the plushie out and I would walk up and down the hall going, Bulba! Bulbasaur! Bulba! And other people would come out of their rooms who were Pokemon fans and be like, what? Pokemon? And every once in a while you'd run into someone who had like a Pikachu plushie, and they would pop their head out the door with the Pikachu plushie and be like, Chew! Chew! Pika! And we just have like little talks and stuff about, you know, Pokemon. And like when I was a freshman, I was apparently very open with making new friends right away and being as dumb as possible wherever I was. Though, I mean, in general, you can probably surmise that being as dumb as possible wherever I was never really a problem for me, right? I had a bunch more Pokemon plushies, but I actually won a Pokemon plushie, like this big, huge Charizard at, I think Playland. I think I won it. I'm not sure. Big Charizard plushie. And I gave it to my friend with benefits because Charizard was her favorite. The whole Charmander family is her thing. And I had given it to my friend with benefits, but I didn't have it in my room up until that point. I was just like, you like Charizard. I know exactly what to get you. So I gave her my big Charizard plushie, and I'm pretty sure she still has it to this day, which is awesome. But, you know, I wish that Pokemon Go had come out while I was in college, because I'm pretty sure I could have led a Pokemon Go expedition just by walking down the halls and being like, Bulbasaur! Sar! And people would have come out and been like, let's go catch Pokemon! My suite had a favorite Asian. She only visited the suite once, but she became the absolute favorite Asian of my suite. And they'd always be like, when's she gonna come visit again? She's gotta come hang out with us. She's awesome. She came once and she became the favorite. Like I had international students that came over all the time, but this one girl, she came once and she stole the hearts of my entire suite because she was awesome. My suite still to this day is like, hey, what's she doing? Is she doing okay? I hope she's doing okay because she's awesome. And I'm like, I know she is, man. I wish I hung out with her more before she went home to Japan. Okay, so one of the things that I would do, because I had a whole bunch of conversation partners, but also a whole bunch of international students, is we would just get together and watch movies every once in a while. So we could get like a huge group together. When, you know, when we weren't having like a DDR party or a rock band party, we would occasionally get together to watch movies. And for the most part, if we put on a movie that had like gore, the international students wanted nothing to do with that. Like, look, nope. I tried to put on Tropic Thunder one time, and I had two kids in the opening sequence when they have all that fake gore and what have you. In the opening sequence, we had two of them almost puke, and we had to turn it off. But when my suite's favorite Asian came to visit, for some reason we decided to watch Crank. Well, I think it was Crank 2 because it's the one where Jason Statham has the car battery. And she fucking loved it. She was so into it. We were all like, what? What's he gonna do next? This is amazing! Like, that movie blew our minds, which is really funny because it's probably a terrible movie. Not as bad as Hellbinders, but Hellbinders is so far into the terrible movie spectrum that it becomes good, in my opinion. Hellbinders, if you guys haven't seen Hellbinders, please do it. Don't listen to Grimm, don't listen to Jack Bauer. The movie is fucking amazing. It's got Johnny Young Bosch as an emo ninja. It's got Ray Park, aka Darth Maul, as a mercenary. And it has Esteban Cuerdo as Cain, the Last Templar. I don't know, whatever, but they basically fight Satan, and it's amazing. It's so terrible that it's amazing. But I digress. So we were watching Crank 2 with her, and she was just loving it. Like the rest of us, we were like, oh, I was gonna build this adrenaline next. Oh, this is amazing. But also, the part of my sweet's favorite Asian that made her my sweet's favorite Asian is the English that she knew. So she was dating a guy from the city, and he gave her a book of American slang. And so she talked kind of like she was from the hood, but like late 90s, early 2000s hood. And to see like a happy Japanese girl whose first language isn't English speak like that because of this book was fucking amazing. You couldn't like interact with her without being like, oh my god, you're the coolest person I've ever met. And that's probably why she became my sweet's favorite Asian after only visiting one time. Now, this is a question I must honestly ask everyone out there. How can you eat a powdered donut in public without looking like a Coke fiend? How can you? How? Just how? How can you eat a powdered donut in public without looking like a Coke fiend? The answer is you can't. It's fucking impossible. It's impossible not to look like a fat, disgusting slob when eating a powdered donut. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm still, for some reason, this embarrassed the shit out of me, but I don't know. So I had a group project to do, and my group project partner was like, let's meet up on Saturday, I'll go get donuts, we'll work. And I was like, you wanna buy me donuts? Because remember, I don't do well when people do nice things for me. I don't know how to react to them. I'm getting a little better at it in my old age, but like, you dirty motherfuckers. Dirty motherfuckers! I got it. I know what to do now. I've got it. Instead of yelling, eat a big fat bag of dicks, I'm just gonna either make no noise, or next time they call, I'm gonna go. Into the phone until they stop. Because I just said nothing and they didn't know what to do. But anyway, I don't know what I'm doing with my neck. Maybe I'm turning into Captain Kirk. Maybe. You don't know. No one knows. I digress again. But yeah, my partner for the project went out and got me donuts. I'm getting better at it in my old age. The accepting nice things from people, still not really used to it. But anyway, I'm getting better at it. And she got us donuts. And she got me Bavarian cream donuts, which are apparently very hard to find now. Like every donut shop now has Boston cream all the time. What the fuck happened to Bavarian cream? Bavarian cream is my favorite. I would go swimming in a tub full of Bavarian cream. That's how much I like Bavarian cream. Bavarian cream? What is wrong with my... I'm gonna word one day. One of these days, Great Scott will be wording. Okay? Okay? She got me the Bavarian cream donuts. She got me like 2 or 3 of them. And we're trying to have our discussion, but I'm hungry at this point. I look like a Coke fiend because the fucking powder is everywhere. And you can't, it doesn't matter how daintily you eat the donut, the powder still goes everywhere. So at first I was like, and it was all over my clothes. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There's fucking powder everywhere. And for some reason, this still embarrasses me to this day that I look like a fucking Coke fiend. While I'm sure this hair would have helped me, it would have been all up in my hair too. But normally my hair is pretty short. This is the longest my hair has ever been. But yeah, like it's impossible to eat a fucking powdered donut without looking like a Coke fiend. And that's terrible because I didn't really know this person that well. And I don't know why. Of all the things in my life that I've done, for some reason, this moment always sticks out in my mind. Like, oh, I'm gonna make a new powder everywhere. Looks like I should have been like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know why that one moment sticks out in my head. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There are plenty of other moments, as you've heard in this whole series. There are plenty of other moments where I should be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But for some reason, me looking like I just when I'm eating powdered donuts, it really, I don't know what it is, but that embarrassed the shit out of me.
Hey there, guys and gals. I hope you're enjoying Season 2 of Unfairy Tales, The School Years. As always, you can click the link on the left to see the previous episode, or you can click the link on the right to see the playlist, where you can see all the episodes so far. Now, I'm just going to put this out there, but no one on this planet has the capability to be sexy 24/7.
Oh wait, here come the burps. For fuck's sake, man. It's like I get on camera and I just have to burp all the time. Why? 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 Anyway, back on track. No, I have to go. Fine, we'll do every annoying bodily function possible right now. Can you not? I just wanna, for fuck's sake, man.